This is why there's power in sharing your journey with someone. And I know it's not just someone, posting it on Facebook, but I just made a little post saying, I'm moving to Florida. I'm leaving today, driving right now. And people were saying, congratulations. Nobody really knows that I'm struggling other than the people that know I just got put out, I just was, frustrated with my situation. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to leave. One of my friends, that live in Florida, she saw my Facebook post and was like, oh my gosh, you're going to Florida? You can stay with me. She had a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom at the time. A roommate had just moved out and she was like, you and Destiny can, rent the other side. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I was already nervous because I knew with my finances, I knew I wouldn't be able to get my own apartment. So the fact that I had someone that I knew that knew me and was allowing me to stay there and rent the other half, that was just nothing but God. When you share what you're going through and what's going on in your life, there are doors that's going to open. Like there are doors that's waiting to open for you, but it's still closed because you aren't taking that next step. You aren't being vocal about it. I know a lot of people say move in silence, and yes, there are times when you need to move in silence or move in silence at a certain level. But there are times when you need to open up your mouth and you need to say something. You need to tell somebody what's going on in your life, what you need, because people will show up for you. There are people who are genuine, who care about you, who want to see you win, that will try to help you in some way that they can, right? And that's what happened for me, and I was so grateful for that. After I lived in Miami, Florida, I went to Orlando, Florida, after that. And that is when I had another life-changing experience. That's when my income level went up. So when I went to Orlando, I worked another, job similar in my same industry, making a couple thousand more. At that time, this was 2014, so I was at $42,000 a year at the time. And I remember one of my coworkers, she ended up quitting and she was gone one day, and I would text her and I was like, girl, where are you? What's going on? And that's when she told me, Cleo, do you know you can do the same type of job and literally make like 3-4 times as much doing the same stuff? And I was like, what? I was like, are you serious? And that's when my life changed when it comes to income. And I started doing independent adjuster work for insurance companies handling claims. And from Orlando, I moved on to living in the DMV area. Technically, I was in Frederick, Maryland, but I also did some work in DC. Then I went on to go to Colorado, Denver, Colorado, was there for a few years. Then on to Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area. And I've just been in Texas, ever since then. I've been in Texas for the last 4.5 years now. Every time I did something, I made a new move or made a decision, a door opened for me. And when I go all the way back, if I wouldn't have taken those steps, who knows where I would be today?